Hello everyone, it's Jeff. Hey, my show tonight is on bathroom art. What is bathroom art, you ask? Bathroom art is art really of a certain size. When we look at how large most people's bathrooms are, we realize right away that there is a certain size limitation you have to kind of stick to. So all the art tonight will be of a smaller size, and we'll see everything from canvas like this piece, high premium paper with mats and frames, all perfect for the bathroom. So let's get started. This is item number 1, and it is large. So I'm starting out with a large one, but I think you get the idea. These are very small prints. So you can order any number of prints together to fill a bathroom. Maybe you only use a 3x3. But this piece comes with all 36. It's called The Matrix. It's a history of my development and making mandalas out of the figure forms. It is worth $399, so $399 tonight is the price. Remember, there's a 20% discount during the show, so get online and order your piece. What you should remember, I think that's one of the rules I forgot to mention, is you can go online at www.geoformphotography.com, and the first page you'll see a button for tonight's show. Click on the show and the catalog for the show will appear, and you can order right off of that catalog. So let's move on to item number 2.
Item number 2 is called Spring Tulips, and it is a metal print. It's 16 inches by 16 inches and just gorgeous. The metal prints give you a wonderful color saturation and great detail, and that's what really wins me over on this print. The model is standing in a classic cantapasto. I happen to have views both from front and back, and she is body painted to look like a tulip, and I think it works really well in this rosette you find her in. I have front and back overlaid on each other, and it really does look from a distance or maybe even close up, you decide, like a bunch of tulips. So the price on this tonight is $196. It is a metal print, so the cost is a little bit higher. $196. Limited edition Spring Tulips, item number 2.
So item 3 is actually a sculpture. I try to sneak in sculptures in all my shows because I do work on them often and sell them as well. So this sculpture is actually called Tiny Dancer, and it is a model standing in a very modernized contrapposto pose. So the thing is, most contrapposto poses you think of from classical art like David or The Rise of Venus, they have a very demure feel, where this girl kind of charged her pose with a real spunkiness, a real proud, powerful feel to it. So that's what I really appreciate about it. And the bronze factories, the foundries, are hard to get pieces through, but I do have this in the queue. It will probably take a month, but it'll be ready for shipping in about a month. So if you were to order this, you'll get it in about a month. The price on this, as a bronze, is $3,900. We're paying for bronze, which is more expensive nowadays than it's ever been. But I think you're going to like the results. Tiny Dancer, item number 3. Item number 4 is called Crack the Whip. Crack the Whip is another early piece I did when I was first starting out making these mandalas. I love the rainbow color, the primary coloring of it. It's just a beautiful model jumping a beautiful leap. What I did is I tied her together fingertip to fingertip all the way back into infinity. And it just became such a wonderful motion piece. It's got all this motion and the colors are primary. I just kind of like the way it works. It's very simple, but it works well anyway. Again, this is a 14 by 14 inch print. Frame and mat comes to 22 inches. It's exactly the same size as Quasar, but it has a whole different feel. Crack the Whip is on sale for $219, and it'll also be signed, dated, and numbered. This will be the last edition for this, so it's actually only 6 of 25. So I hope you take this before it's gone. I'm not going to make any more of these. Crack the Whip. Item number 5 is I Love Candy, and I love this piece. What's nice about it is it's very small. It's 12 by 12, but I'm hanging it on a diamond shape because I think it gives it a little bit more power, a little bit more energy. It's a complex piece. It has a whole series of different models, all leaping in different forms, and I just love the way it all works together. It just has so much movement. It makes you go around in a circle and you just keep going around and around. It's one of those other ones that gets complicated, but it's still really fun to look at. So there is a fun pattern going on. It is 12 by 12, but I have it hanging as a diamond, and I like doing that because it adds a little bit more power and a little bit more energy to the piece, but it also takes up a little more wall space. Acrylic prints are kind of expensive, so this 12 by 12 will take up about 17 inches of a wall, and it looks gorgeous like this. There is no true up and down in any of my pieces, so it works well. Again, I will sign, date, and number this, as this will be also number 1 of 25. So this piece is on sale tonight for $192. Remember, we do have our 20% off during the sale, so I hope to see you here. I think this is just the kind of piece that would work very well in a bathroom. Matter of fact, that's where I usually have it hanging. Item number 5 is called Quasar, and Quasar is one of the older pieces in my series here. It's a model doing a X pose, and she had a wonderfully powerful build, and I could not actually get a decent pose for sculpture. But years later, as I was working with these mandalas, her very geometric and stiff poses actually worked out to be a plus. So I'm glad I have all those images in the hour or two that I used back then is not really wasted, because she can make really beautiful collages. What I really found striking about this particular very simple image is the undulation of the body parts kind of had a power feel to it. I added a lighting effect to kind of increase that, and that's where you get the idea of Quasar. Quasar is a 14 inch by 14 inch print. The overall size with the frame and mat comes to 22 inches. It's one of the bigger images I'm selling tonight. Quasar is on sale for $199. Remember, we do have a sale, 20% off during the sale. This will be signed, dated, and numbered as a limited edition. This is going to be 2 of 25. Item number 5, Quasar. This is item number 7, called the Blizzard, and I really love the premium paper in this. When you print on the more expensive stock, you get far more detail, and your color saturation, and I know we're talking about black and white here, is higher. So that means the blacks are blacker and there's more detail going through into the light areas. And I really like that. This piece has got many, many layers. It's really fun to look at. You get lost in the layering effect of this piece. Basically what it is, it's a rosette of Caroline in the yoga pose called Warrior. And then that rosette is stepped back and spirals around to infinity. Then that piece was rotated and slapped in behind in the background, and then both of those pieces were again copied and flipped and rotated again 90 degrees, which gives you this really cool background effect of images all over the place. And even though it's following some rules of math to make a spiral and such, it really gets lost in this piece, and it's kind of intriguing me. This piece is on sale tonight for $178. Item number 7, the Blizzard. Item number 8 is called the Magic Carpet Ride, and I really like this piece. It is 17 inches by 17 inches canvas around a round stretcher frame. You can only get the round items through my shows. They're not available through the direct printing method on the page because those companies don't offer round prints. So I make these myself, both canvas, acrylic, and even metal prints coming round. It costs me a little bit more to do it. I have to do it locally, but it's worth it because I think these look so much better than a square. So we set up for a photo shoot of the sleeper concept I had, and I took many photos, maybe 200 photos of the same pose from many different directions. And once that was done, I got on a ladder to look straight down and get a few overhead shots, and lo and behold, Caroline was perfectly centered in the carpet, and the carpet was on a wood floor, and the wood in the floor was beautifully aligned with the carpet and her. So it was just kind of staggering how pretty it all was, and all quite by accident. I have an example of what that actually looked like. And this is for sale, but not today. I will have another sale coming up soon, and this will be in that sale. So Magic Carpet Ride tonight is on sale for $145. Magic Carpet Ride, item number 8. Item number 9 is called Afterthought, and Afterthought is a fan favorite if you're a yogi because all the poses in this, except for one, which is the Afterthought, are yoga poses. So this piece is printed on metallized paper. It's 12 inches by 12 inches with the overall size with the frame and mat comes to 19 inches. The metallized paper in this piece works really well because it shows off the contrast from light to dark, and the blacks are very black. So the other thing that's kind of cool about this paper is the detail is really good. You can walk right up to this and see the most beautiful details. It kind of has the feel of traditional photography because of its size, but I really love how well this paper works for something this complex. I think you will too. So the price of this one is $249. Remember, there's a 20% discount going on during the show. So this piece, $249, Afterthought, item number 9. This is item number 10, and it's called the Beguiling, and it's made up of a very simple pose. The model Caroline is reclining in what is called the Little Mermaid pose. The Little Mermaid pose you would know if you remember the mermaid sculpture in the port city of Copenhagen, Denmark. It's sitting out on a rock. It's really beautiful. Well, this is the same pose, and I took that pose and wrapped it around the golden ratio into infinity. But although it was pretty and soft and had this nice rotation, it needed something. So what I did is I took the image and flipped it. And when I flipped it, I sandwiched it, and you got this wonderful patterning, and it broke up the image. You can't quite see the model in her mermaid pose, but on a subtle level you can. So it's kind of interesting. It's kind of a hodgepodge. It's a very beautiful pattern. You can see it winding, and then you can't. I just like the way it works. The subtle coloring really works well with this piece too. It's got some blue casts in the shadows, and it's what I really do like about it is it's kind of a subtle piece. So being small, this is 12 by 12. Also helps because it makes it a little bit more intimate. 12 by 12, hang it on a diagonal again because I really love the power and energy that adds to one of these prints. And so it also will go out further on the wall to 17 inches rather than 12 by 12. The price on this piece tonight is $168. It'll be signed, dated, and numbered as one of 25 by I really like the overall patterning. It just makes you want to stare into it forever, finding things you didn't see before. It's just gorgeous. Again, item number 10, the Beguiling. This is item 11. It's called the Reclining Spiral. The Reclining Spiral is 23 inches by 23 inches. It's canvas wrapped around a round frame. Just gorgeous. This was one of the first pieces I did where I actually hired a model thinking I wanted to use the images for mandalas. All the other pieces up until very recently were model poses for sculpture. But now that I've been doing these for a while, I have ideas on how I want to make art look. That's where this idea came in my head, is how can I interlock the body form and stuff and have a better overall cohesiveness, almost like puzzle pieces fitting together, inspiring off into infinity. So the price on this piece, the Reclining Spiral number 11, is $124. It's probably the most inexpensive piece, but it's got a nice size, 23 inches by 23 inches, the Reclining Spiral. Welcome to a Paisley World. This is the last item tonight. It is a big multi-panel piece. It's 10 feet wide, 5 feet tall. It's just gorgeous. It's made up of canvas and many sizes. The largest size is 42. The next size down is 22, 11, and 6. So they come in multiple sizes. I have them on the wall as I like them. You can hang them any way you like, square or not. But this is my newest piece. I really love the color in this. We got some subtle variations going from panel to panel. Each panel has a different thickness, so there's a really sense of depth to this piece as well. I think you're going to like it. It is now on sale at $799. $799 for a 7-piece set. So remember, if you buy it off the site tonight, you'll get 20% off of that. Again, this is my newest favorite piece. It's very colorful. It's called the Paisley World. That's my show for tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, the sale prices are as good as the show is up online, and that should be through the weekend. Remember to go to www.geoformphotography.com. On the landing page, you'll see a button for tonight's show. That'll be the catalog. So the catalog will be up for a few days as well. Feel free to stop by and peruse the catalog. There's a little more background on all the different items that are up for sale, and I think you'll enjoy it. So, thank you for being here once again. And